So, looking at the whiskey barrel, I see the gouge that you're concerned with. So, a couple of ways, several ways to attack this. One is, I guess I'll call it good, better, best. So, one way is a Dutchman. We would, let me come on back here a little ways. We would start here. Start right here at the screw hole, or maybe this screw hole perhaps, and we would cut a smiley face. We would cut like a half moon shape, and we would end up at, I'd say this bung right there. And that's called the Dutchman. I guess it's called the Dutchman because my Dutch uncle was a cheap bastard. So anyway, I think that's why they called Dutchmen, because they were very frugal. All right, supposedly, right? So here we go. That's one method. And oh, by the way, a Dutchman has been done up here that you may not have ever noticed. So it starts right here, and it ends up right here. So this plank up here has been preserved. So that's one method. Another method would be a short plank, and that would be perhaps making a, this plank starts right about the windshield, okay? And, you know, the best is replace the whole plank, of course. Better is make a short plank, and we could replace this plank from the transom to, say, the back seat area, about here. If you go back here, that can be done too, but the shorter the short plank, the more obvious it becomes that it's a short plank. If it was, say, half of the length of this plank, then it's not obviously a short plank repair. So, I think I would come up into this area. That would be better. And then best would, of course, be an entire plank, because that was the way the boat was built. And this is a barrelback, so this is a rare boat. This is a expensive boat. And to make and in order to keep its value, the repair should be made putting it back like it was built originally. Now, there are going to be some significant challenges no matter which method you choose. Dutchman, plank replacement, or short plank. And that is that I don't believe this was stained with Chris-Craft stain. There is a particular stain. It's either a very light version of that stain was made or used, or an entirely different stain. So that's a concern. Matching the stain is a bit of a concern. The other concern is that your planks your plank seams have definitely been glued with 5200 or some type of caulk. It looks like it's 5200. It looks like it was mahogany 5200, which is kind of a no-no, because mahogany 5200 turns pink under amber varnish, and black 5200 should have been used so that it just shows up like any old dark plank seam. For example, this boat over here, and the plank seams are tight over here, but they just look like just a dark. Let's see if I can find an open plank seam. I'm not finding an open plank seam. Oh, yeah, here we are, over on this Coronado. So these are open plank seams. These weren't glued together. And so they just look like black lines, black outlines. So we'll have to go back with what was used. We might even try to find out who did the restoration on this. You may already know this information, and find out what they did about the stain, and find out which caulk they use. But the fact that it's glued on, when I start to take this area of the plank away for a Dutchman, or if I want to take this much of the plank away for replacement, there's a chance that I'll break some of this plank down here. Now we have some methods to keep us from doing that, but there's still an issue that we might get down to damage the next plank down. But that's part of the process, and if we have to repair that, then that's part of the can of worms that you open. And of course, a lousy way would be to put filler in here. If you put filler in here, that's just not, it's just going to be a big brown blob like you got right now. So the filler would not really do any good. So then once whatever repair is done here and it's stained and the varnish is built up in that area, then we would do a light sanding on the entire side and put a maintenance coat of varnish over, so you don't see, somebody's varnished here and you can see where they varnished and you can see where the varnish ended, and so you don't want to be able to see that. So we would do a maintenance coat on the entire side. We would do that whether it's good, better, or best. So anyway, that's the assessment. Pretty sure your bottom color is the wrong color. I can check that in the official guide, but I think copper bronze was the only thing used back then. But I will check. I could stand corrected. I could be, have to stand corrected. I don't know. Okay. So that is the long and the short of that. And we will get some prices put together and send you some send you some estimates based on good, better, best. All right, thank you.